Left back, there is only one discussion.
All right, my position, right side of midfield.
His strength, his skill, he was quick enough.
He's going to score goals from 40 yards with his bullet shot.
This was exactly the reason why he retired from international football.
So Harold of Cambridgeshire has to play.
So, Marcus, this is our bonus episode with Thomas Tuchel naming his World Cup squad in about 3 weeks' time, something like that. We've got our all-time best England 11. This is going to be fun. Inevitably, I've got some people I've never saw play, but I've had to take some expert advice.
Yes. I've got a couple of those as well. Can I tease you by just giving you my substitutes bench first of all?
Goodness sake.
No,
yes? How many subs?
Quite a few.
All right.
I've got Gordon Banks.
On the bench?
Yes. I know, that's
We're not going to have a Tottenham player in every position, are we?
Well,
okay.
Possibly. Jimmy Greaves is only on the bench.
I
the
love
one player
Jimmy
more
Greaves
than any other
so
that I
much.
wish I had seen.
Do you know, funny you say that?
Live.
Seriously,
Yeah.
He's the one player I wish I'd seen live. I know you support Tottenham, so that's fine. But I'm a centre forward.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Allegedly.
I wish I'd seen Jimmy Greaves more than any footballer alive. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the footage and just the way he sparked into life. 44 goals in 57 games for England. And, of course, the agony of missing out on the World Cup final. And the agony of missing out on being in my starting 11. Wayne Rooney's only on the bench, despite his 53 goals in 120 games. Glenn Hoddle is only on the bench. It remains a national scandal that he only played 53 times for his country. Rio Ferdinand is one of my central defenders on the bench. Gary Neville sitting next to him. So's Kenny Sansom.
What a player.
Yeah, but being Arsenal, man, he couldn't get in the starting.
Well, actually, I haven't done a bench, but that's good.
And I've got John Terry on the bench. I've got Alan Shearer. I've got a lot of good players on the bench. Right. Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard, because when I get to my midfield, Mark, you'll realise it's brilliant, but it might be a bit lightweight.
Might be a bit. Well, I've got Gordon Banks in goal. You obviously haven't. You've got Ray Clemence in goal.
Well, actually, I am going to copy Ron Greenwood. I'm playing Ray Clemence and Peter Shilton for 45 minutes each.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So he did that, Ron Greenwood, until the start of the World Cup in Spain, and then he had to make a decision, and he went for Peter Shilton, who then kept goal for 3 World Cups. Yeah. So you've already got 2 goalkeepers.
But Clemence played 61 times for England. He was such a good goalkeeper, but Shilton 125 caps.
I was just thinking Clemence must have played at Euro 80. He must have played in some of those games in Euro 80. But yeah, he did flip-flop. Okay. Now, I have to say, right back I found really hard. I mean, it goes without saying you've got to be very good to play for England, so we won't even go there. I very, very nearly went for a man who I admire so much and I work with so often, Jimmy Armfield, who was England captain really quite close up to the 1966 World Cup and then got injured. Broke a bone in a match in Scandinavia, so was in the World Cup squad, but there were no subs. So he's actually sitting next to Alf Ramsey in 1966 final in a very nice red V-neck sweater. I did a long interview with Jim at the end of his life. So I've gone for George Cohen because he won the World Cup at right back. And, there's Mick Mills and Kieran Trippier and there's Gary Neville and so forth. But I think if you've won the World Cup, George Cohen gets my vote.
But if you're going to do that, Mark, then we've just got to name the 1966
because there were some outstanding players. There's so much competition in other places. Sorry, Gary Neville. I think there's a lot of competition in other places.
Okay.
Who's your right back?
I like pace.
Okay.
Carl Walker.
Carl Walker. No, that's
Walker.
fine. I'll live with that. Okay, so that's so we've got 2 Tottenham influences out of 3 so far. No, Carl Walker. I get Carl Walker. Yeah.
I also agree with you. That was a difficult decision.
It was difficult.
Yeah.
Centre halves? Well, can we agree on one? Bobby Moore.
Bobby Moore.
Right, okay. Bobby Moore lifted the World Cup, okay? Yes. And he was obviously the coolest cat in town. So Bobby Moore.
The other one for me, and again, I've already mentioned a couple who I've got on the bench in Rio Ferdinand and John Terry, but I've gone for a man there was that seminal moment against Sweden.
Oh, I love him.
When the head bandage is covered in blood and Terry Butcher was just leading by example. I just love Terry Butcher. I liked his managerial style. I thought he was excellent as a radio commentator. Played 77 times for his country. Terry Butcher is going to partner Bobby Moore in the heart of my defence.
I know Terry really well. He's a friend of mine. And can I tell you a story about Terry Butcher? When England beat Denmark 3-0 in the round of 16 in the 2002 World Cup, it was in a place called Niigata, Uptown in Japan. So we game 1-3. Now I was presenting on the radio. Terry, as you said, was summarising. So we went to the pub afterwards. And I said, Terry, what do you want to drink? And drink. Anyway, with that, the door opens and 5 England fans come into the pub, take one look at Terry, disappear into the carsies, and come back out with loo roll wrapped around their heads. We had the most blinding night of all time. I can't really tell you what happened at the end of that night.
Oh, please do.
My wife then rings with 3 children under 4, rings from London. My phone rings and Terry picks it up and my wife goes, Terry, nice to meet you. Where is my husband exactly? And Terry goes, he's in a ditch. And she goes, well, could you get him out of the ditch, please? Completely true story.
But not sounding too surprised.
No, not sounding too surprised. I love Terry to bits.
But you've not put him in your team.
I put Rio Ferdinand in. Terry's on my bench. I put Rio. I actually think the Rio Ferdinand and John Terry and Tony Adams are, I mean this is a positive way, are quite interchangeable. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And Sol Campbell. I'm surprised you didn't put Sol Campbell in.
Yeah. I wonder why I didn't think of him.
I can't argue with Terry Butcher, but I've gone Rio Ferdinand. Left back, there is only one discussion. Whatever your personal antipathy, I said to Jimmy Armfield one day, Ashley Cole is the greatest left back England's ever produced. And Jimmy would tell me when I was out of order, and he went, actually, I can't argue with you. He is the greatest left back England ever produced.
Yeah.
Kenny Sansom was great. Stuart Pearce was great. Ray Wilson, the World Cup was great. But, but I don't think anyone is in the same postcode.
And by the way, I'm really interested to see how he gets on with his managerial coaching career.
Oh, very interested.
He's gone to Italy, and
I really like. I work with Ashley Cole. I really like Ashley Cole. I think he's really interesting. I think he was the most fantastic footballer. There's a whole story about Ashley Cole and Arsenal, which we can do another time.
Okay.
I think it's time Ashley Cole was rehabilitated in the eyes of Arsenal fans.
I guess the people, football fans, you mentioned Sol
there's
Campbell.
Lots of reasons why.
We don't forget, do we? But anyway, so we've got a goalkeeper.
You agree with Ashley Cole?
Yeah, I agree. Cole's there. So I've got Walker, Moore, Butcher and Cole in defence with Clements for the first half and Shilton.
Ferdinand, Moore and Cole.
Okay, so we're similar. Now, what about your midfield? This is where I started to struggle a little bit.
Well, because I've gone 4-4-2, you've gone 4-3-3, which is
no, I haven't. I've gone 4-4-1-1.
Oh gosh, you've gone to.
I looked at the AI team, by the way, Mark.
Wow, didn't know what it was talking about.
They went 4-3-3.
Right wing, Stanley Matthews.
Yeah, okay.
Played till he was about 45. Played in the 1950 World Cup, which is the first World Cup that England deigned to play in, because before that, the FA thought that international football wasn't as good as British football and was therefore below them, and didn't even play in the first game of the 1950 World Cup because he was on tour with Stoke or somebody. The whole thing was absolute madness. But Stanley Matthews, the great footballer of the 1940s and 1950s.
I'm not going to disagree with you. No. I just, obviously, I've seen the footage, I'm
taking a flyer.
I don't know how good he was, but you've heard it from reliable sources.
Well, I make no bones. I go back to Jimmy Armfield for a couple of these. Jimmy, he played for Blackpool. Matthews played for Blackpool. Jimmy, how good was he? He was brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
So you really should have put Jimmy Armfield at right back then.
Yeah, but I thought about it. Jim. Stanley Matthews.
All right. My position, right side of midfield. Got to be Beckham. Yeah. We're going to have a free kick in the last minute, and we know what he's going to do with it.
You're so enthralled to the stars, aren't you? What about your own? Have your own mind, Marcus Buckland. Have your own mind. Be your own person.
I have you know that I once watched a tennis match between my son and David Beckham's son.
Oh, did you?
We weren't too far apart. So,
okay. Did your son win?
Yeah.
Did he? Did Beckham kick a boot at his son?
Not in public.
No. Which son was it?
I'm not sure.
And now Gerrard within his shooting range. At England's time of need. At Fabio Capello's time of need. Capello's captain fires England level.
Now, central midfield. You said a few names. I thought, well, maybe I should have put them in. But actually, no, I like the courage of my convictions. Okay? So my first midfielder is Brian Robson.
Mine too.
Oh, Brian Robson.
Captain Marvel.
Brian, I almost put Martin Peters in. Brian Robson was a latter day. Martin Peters' nickname was the Ghost. Used to play for your team. Because he used to ghost into the penalty area and people wouldn't pick him up. And of course, he very, very, very nearly scored the winning goal in the World Cup final.
Yep.
But Brian Robson was so good at that and was such a fantastic footballer and so brave and so good in the air and such a good leader. I'm just sorry it never quite happened for him in World Cups because he got it,
that dislocated shoulder.
And he did his toe in 90, lots of reasons for that. But, he scored after 27 seconds in the 82 in Bilbao against France. I thought Brian Robson was absolutely magnificent footballer. Everything you want. Fantastic person.
And Ron Greenwood then got his midfield wrong in 82, and he didn't bring in Hoddle and Brooking for a match that England had to win. No. But Robson and his shoulder was popping out, having scored that goal in the first minute of the first match. His hopes were on our shoulders.
Yeah.
And
so you got Robson as well, have you? You got Robson?
I've got Robson, yeah.
Who's alongside Robson?
Well, it's got to be Gaza.
I've gone for Gaza.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
See, I'm worried about this midfield, but great minds think alike.
I thought about Gerrard. I thought about Lampard, and then it was the word is ephemeral, isn't it? It didn't burn for very long, but when it burned, there was nothing. I mean, he wasn't even quite as good in 96 as he was in 90, but in 90, you've never seen anything like it. His strength, his skill, he was quick enough. He's wanting to get on the ball. His total disregard for reputation because he didn't know who they were. I mean, the story, Chris Waddle told me the story. When Bobby Robson says to him before the Italian 90 semi-final, you're playing up against Mateus. He's like, who? Who's loads of Mateus? I'll have him.
Yeah.
You could not do anything other than love Paul Gascoigne all the time.
I mean, the 1991 FA Cup final is obviously a day I remember very fondly because Spurs won it. But the injury that he picked up early on, and he was out of control. Someone had to calm him down before the game started, and he was never quite the same player after that. But as you say, even in 1996, he was still playing his part.
Yeah.
And he's in there because of what he could do when he was in the right frame of mind.
So strong. I saw a goal again the other day. I think it was in the lead up to Italian 90. I think it was against Czechoslovakia, they were there. Like, get out of the way. Boom, boom. He was strong and sinewy and he could move the ball. I thought he was, and he was so relatable, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Just always my pal. I want him to play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Well, we've got
here things that the wheels come off because I've gone so rogue, and I've got someone out of position. But you go next.
Okay. Well,
I've gone Sven-ish. Carry on.
On the left side of my midfield, because again, I like pace and I like the fact this guy is going to bomb forward. He's also going to get in the box and score some wonder goals, but he's going to score goals from 40 yards with his bullet shot. It's Bobby Charlton.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yes. So you've played someone out of position.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he would be too irked to be playing wide left and coming in when he wants to as well. When you know who I've got in front of him, you'll realise it's interchangeable.
Yeah, sure. Well, I thought about John Barnes in his peak, and I'm aware that the person I've put out here, this was exactly the reason why he retired from international football, because he was pissed off with Sven for putting him out there. But I've got Paul Scholes out there. It was more a Darman than a flat four. But I just felt he was better than anybody. John Barnes was great, but Scholes was such an intelligent footballer and such a fantastic passer of the ball that if Robson needs to sit in a bit because we're under the pump, he could shuffle in midfield a little bit more. I am aware I'm slightly, what do they say, squashing a quart into a pint pot by putting him there.
Good enough play. In fact, I've just added him to my substitutes list. That's a shocker, a real omission from me there.
But of the whole Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes generation, we're all brilliant, and we could sit here and. That actually Scholes was so good that I think I'll say, take one for the team, please, and play out there.
I've got a 1-1 sort of combination here because playing in the number 10 role, as it were, because he can drift back as he likes to and then get forward and score the goals he is very, very capable of doing. The man with 78 goals in 112 games, England's record scorer, Sir Harold of Keynshire has to play.
I've got Harry Kane. I've got Harry Kane as well. I'm watching Harry Kane now at Bayern Munich, and I'm thinking, what would have happened if you'd left Tottenham earlier? Just how much better would you have been if you'd moved If you'd moved to a big club earlier in your career?
Edit this, Ross.
Just where would you be? He's never quite worked at the latter stages of tournaments. I do wonder, though, genuinely this time, not taking it with the World Cup at all, but I do wonder whether he will be better at the latter stages of this tournament than previous tournaments because he's playing for Bayern Munich and maybe he's not going to be quite so exhausted.
Now you're blaming Spurs for all of England's past failures, are you?
I'm blaming actually the English intensive football program and the fact that he wasn't playing for a very big club then. But I do wonder whether he'll be in better shape, mentally as much as physically, maybe towards the end. But I'm with you on Kane. I think it's impossible to get away from Kane.
Okay, so who are you partnering?
Who are you going with? I've gone so random.
Well, you can guess. It's going to have a Tottenham connection.
Oh God, who have you gone for now? Teddy Sheringham?
No.
Martin Chivers, God rest his soul.
I need to add Teddy Sheringham and Martin Chivers to my substitutes bench. Oh, and Jermaine Defoe's on my bench as well.
Who have you gone for?
Some bloke called Gary Lineker.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I just think that Kane just playing off Lineker would be the most intoxicating combination.
Well, it would have been very easy for me to do that. And it would have been very simple. Go, just pick that. I'm going for somebody that I never, ever saw.
This is another Jimmy Armfield recommendation.
This is complete Jimmy Armfield recommendation.
Yeah. By the way, Mark, it was meant to be mine and your best 11s. If we wanted Jimmy Armfield's, we would have done something different.
Kane's a goal scorer and Lineker's a goal scorer, but this man was exceptionally good in the air as well.
I'm trying to think who this is. Mark Hateley?
Tom Finney.
Tom Finney.
Jimmy Armfield said to me, when everybody used to wang on about Stanley Matthews, he'd say Tom Finney was the most extraordinary and brilliant all-round footballer. Gary, decent in the air, but Tom Finney, really good. So I didn't want to just be like everybody. I don't want to follow the crowd, Marcus. I don't want to be persuaded by the lily whites that everybody's got a Tottenham hue to it.
I just wanted to pick the best 11, Mark.
I genuinely thought about Rooney behind Kane. I was very close to Rooney behind Kane. Obviously Kane and Lineker are not duplicates, but do you know what I mean? I wanted something slightly different. Funny enough, I actually possibly could have gone Kane behind Jimmy Greaves because I love Jimmy Greaves so much.
There are all sorts of possibilities.
But I never saw Jimmy Greaves play either.
The AI team, by the way.
I accept I've gone totally random, but I'm hoping there'll be somebody who is of an age who goes, oh, no. Tom Finney was absolutely sensational.
I'm confident my team would beat your team. The AI team, Gordon Banks in goal.
Quite old.
I think it goes to extra time. You're in trouble. The AI team, Gordon Banks in goal. Gary Neville got the nod with AI. Rio Ferdinand and Bobby Moore.
AI, Gary, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, who centre halves?
Rio Ferdinand and Bobby Moore, central defenders. Ashley Cole on the left. The midfield of Beckham, Gerrard and Charlton.
Okay, yeah.
And up front, they went with Shearer, Kane and Rooney.
Yeah.
So the computer.
I tell you the other thing is, I really rebel. I rebel against recency bias.
Are England going to win the World Cup?
It's going to be extremely hard, I think. There's an extra round. England's route could be really difficult. You mentioned Gary Lineker there. England could well play Mexico in the round of 32 in the Azteca, where England lost to Maradona's hand of God goal.
Okay. So that's a no then.
I tell you what, it'd be a good one to win. I have tipped Spain. I was with Gary Neville and Karen Carney the other day doing something for ITV. They both tipped France. We never quite know about Argentina and Brazil in this country. We see their players all the time playing club football, but we never see them as countries, do we? No. Until the World Cup. So don't really know about them. I mean, have you seen who France's attack is? Poor old Ekitike's out, but still they've got so many. And Spain are, as we saw in the Euros, the most remarkable team in the sense they're not big stars because there aren't massive Spanish players playing for Real and Barcelona, but what a team they are, as we saw at the Euros.
Yeah, that
was fun. Thank you. So, let us know what your all-time 11 is, and please tell me that somebody saw Tom Finney and I'm talking sense.
Make a change.
Well, thank you for listening. Please get in touch with us with your all-time England 11, particularly if Tom Finney's in it. sportishistory@spiritlandproductions.com is our email. sportishistory@spiritlandproductions.com. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and we're on TikTok. And next week, we are going to talk about our favourite FA Cup finals, aren't we? We've got 4. We picked 2 each.
We have.
Yeah, that's a bit of fun, actually. We got some good. We enjoyed that. Some good memory lane down there. Thank you very much indeed. That was Marcus Buckland. I'm Mark Pougatch. We'll talk to you next time.